Hi and welcome to the channel. My name's Al. Today I'm going to show you one of my most favourite condiments, and that is Cowboy Candy, aka Candid Jalapeños. Let's do it. Now the reason I like this is because it's quite different than the pickled sort of like jalapenos you're used to, and it really kind of works well with a lot of barbecue in terms of cutting it through, like that richness and fatness of the meat. If you put it on a burger, it takes it to the next level, or actually just put it on the side and it just, everybody loves it. It's a really nice kind of like accompaniment to any barbecue, and it's crazy easy. So you're going to need a few ingredients. I'm going to list all those down below, but I'll just quickly kind of like scan through them. So you're going to use your jalapenos. So these are fresh jalapenos, and as you can see, I've done them into like discs that are kind of like the similar sort of size, so that sort of thickness. I guess that's about centimetre thickness. Then we've got 6 cloves of garlic with our bash and then our slice. I really like the flavour that this garlic adds. It adds a really kind of like nice sort of like umami flavour to the sweetness of the jalapenos. Then I've got some mustard seeds. These are just yellow mustard seeds. The nice thing about this recipe really is that you can tailor it. You can make it your own. If you like a particular herb, I don't know, maybe like coriander or you like cumin, nothing to stop you adding that at all. You can just add it. The only thing I'd say is just try and keep it a similar sort of percentage in terms of the measurement that you're using as these are, but there's nothing to stop you like adding what you want. Then we've got some kosher salt. It's a nice straightforward kosher salt. This is soft brown sugar. The reason I like to use soft brown rather than kind of like the normal white sugar is that it just adds a kind of like, almost like a caramelly flavour to it. Just adds an extra element and just works beautifully with the jalapenos. And then you've got some apple cider vinegar. Now the most important thing about the apple cider vinegar that you buy, it has to be 5% acidity. That's really important for the recipe, and ensuring that the jalapenos when they go in the fridge just helps keep them a little bit longer. But in terms of brand, doesn't really matter, but I use this one just because it's easily and readily available to me. But the most important thing is that it's 5% acidity. In addition to that, you're going to need some jars. These are Kilner jars, and these are ones that have got the kind of like canning lid on them, and just means that once you've made it, put it in this, sealed it up, just keep that for ages in the fridge. But to be honest, once you start eating it, they don't hang around very long. But that's pretty much it. Now you can do this 100%, you can do this indoors on a hob. It's absolutely nothing to stop you at all. But you know me, I like cooking outside. It's kind of what this channel's about really. So I'm going to make life hard for myself, and I'm going to do it on a big burner. So let me just grab that. Right, so I'll be quite honest, this burner scares the bejeebus out of me, because it is so aggressive. But you know, what is the point of going outside and not playing with fire? There's just no point. So cast iron on top. Like I said, you can do this at home on your hob. In that, I'm going to put our apple cider vinegar, and then I'm going to add my soft brown sugar, and then I'm also going to add my salt. And then finally at this stage I'm going to add my mustard seed. So now we need to bring this up to the boil. Once it's up to the boil, we'll then turn it down so it's a nice simmer, and then we'll add the rest of our ingredients. So now it's at a really nice kind of like rolling simmer sort of boil. I'm going to add the rest of it. So first I'm going to add in the garlic. Now by crushing it before I sliced it, it starts releasing like a really nice enzyme that garlic is fantastic for, so a real benefit in using that as well. And then really carefully, remembering this is basically boiling sugar, very carefully put your jalapenos in. Now it may seem like a lot. We're going to cook these for 6 minutes, but as they cook down you'll see they're actually reduced massively in size and the quantity, and you think, well actually I've done tons, but by the end of it you go, oh, where did they all go? But we're going to let that just simmer away nice and gently. We're not looking for a rolling like really aggressive boil, just a nice simmer so that these all cook down for the next like 6 minutes. So I'm going to start a timer and then we'll come back in 6 minutes. So these have now been boiling away for 6 minutes, and as you can see it's kind of like a nice gentle rolling boil. Now what we need to do next is take the jalapenos out of here and put it into our jars. Now the reason that I've got these wide mouth jars is because it's a lot easier to get the jalapenos from here into here. Now remember, this is molten sugar. I'm going to keep repeating myself. It is really hot. If you get it on the get any on you, it will burn you, so just please be really careful. So we turn this off, and then where's it gone? There it is. So with the sliced spoon, so you will see, actually I'll show you, you will see with these jalapenos, even though they are cooked, you'll see they still got some texture, they're not mushed. So when you eat them, they're going to have a nice bit of bite on them. They've still got some texture, nice bit of crunch. So that's kind of what you want. If you boil them for too long, they're just going to cook completely through, and they'd just be really soft, and that's not really kind of like the texture and the mouthfeel that you want to go for. But get yourself a slightly little spoon, and then with the jar, we're going to put everything in there, including the garlic. But we should get, hopefully, the majority of these in both these jars. Okay, so you can see I filled these jars up about 70%, and then what I've done is boiled this, and I kept boiling it until you can see it's come to almost like a sugary, quite nice thick consistency. But what we're now going to do is pour this mixture into this, and we're just going to fill like just to the top of the actual jalapenos themselves. But oh, that smells amazing. Now this is for filling kind of like jugs and stuff like that. It's really helpful. I would recommend you kind of like get yourself one of these, because in this process it's really handy. And because it's a cast iron, of course it's going to be red hot as well. So with my gloves, put these on, and it's a case of like pouring this into the jar. So you can see that's just covering that one, and I'll do the other jar as well. So these are still really quite hot at the moment, so I'm going to let them cool down a little bit longer, and then I'm going to put them in the fridge, and I'm going to leave them in there for a couple of weeks. Ideally you do want to leave them for a couple of weeks before you start to eat them. That's when they're at their best. All those flavours will have melded, and the jalapenos will take on all that beautiful flavour and taste amazing. But I will come back in a couple of weeks and carry on this video, and I'll show you how one of the ways that I like to use these jalapenos. So it's been a couple of weeks later, and I'm dying to try these. Now one thing I did do after I stopped recording is that I transferred all the jalapenos from one jar into the other. Rather than having two halves, I actually combined them into one. But I've kept all the syrup that's left on here, because this I'm going to use on ribs, use it kind of like a glaze, and it will be amazing. But now I want to try these jalapenos, and also check out another video, but I'm going to show you how you're going to use these in a chopped cheese sandwich, and amazing, that's all I can say. So smell is amazing, so you can see still nice and beautiful. That's good. So you've got a nice bit of heat, got background heat in the back of the throat, but you've got beautiful sweetness. They're not too hot at all, and just they've still got a nice crunch to it. Flavour is beautiful. You can taste all the garlic, nice, like I said, nice and sweet. Really good. Now I'm going to show you, like I said, I'm going to show you how to put these into a chopped cheese sandwich. It's just many wonderful things you can do. You can put them in salads, you can just eat them as an accompaniment to like a platter or something like that, or if you're doing cheese in the salamis, these work perfectly with this. But till the next video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all soon.